Everybody, Keto for Real Life People here. 6:48. Hey, what's a girl to do, right? I'm still trying to get my kitchen set. I was like, hey, I'll make egg roll in a bowl. It's fast, it's easy. Hey, no problem. You know me, real life. I've even lost the earrings because I keep falling out today. I'm going to scoot y'all back just a titch. Just a titch. That way maybe you can see this here a little bit. I was trying to get it right, but oh goodness. Let me tilt this down just a little bit so that you can, there we go. There we go. Of course, I can get down a little lower. So today, I know it's Tuesday. I know most people do some sort of Taco Tuesday. I've never been about that. By the time I remember it's Taco Tuesday, I've done something else and it's Wednesday. And probably that's what's going to happen tomorrow because I like tacos for whatever reason on Wednesdays. So today, I got my handy dandy air fryer out. It is awesome for all things fried, right? Like if you want something crispy, I love using my air fryer. I have shared a link for it so you can find it afterwards. I'm also going to be just doing some egg roll. Basically, it is a keto version of egg roll in the bowl. I've got, let's talk ingredients. Ready? Okay, here we go. Pork. I got a pound of pork. You can use hamburger, you can use turkey, you can use chicken, you can use shrimp, whatever floats your boat. Get you some, you know. So I like pork in mine, so I've got that. Cabbage, obviously, about 5 cups worth. I just shredded it. You can even buy the stuff. They have an pre-shredded. So if you want to make it even easier, you can do that. I see people popping in, but I cannot see what you're saying because you know this old lady's blind. So there's the cabbage. Now, I took a shortcut right here. I have a tube of ginger. The reason I do this is because I always buy those little nubs of ginger and I love it, but I tend to wrap it up, put it in the refrigerator, and then forget it's there, and then it mummifies, and then I end up throwing it away. So instead of having a bunch of little, oh, there's a big black cat in my backyard. I wonder where he came from. Sorry, squirrel. No, actually cat. Anyways, I'm doing the ginger in the tube. It's just easier, it lasts a while, and I can just dab it out as I need it. Then I have green onions, and I want to show y'all that the green onions are kind of about 1 inch to 1.5 inches long. You know, with Asian style food, you can make them in little rings if you want, but I think it, you know, lets the flavors come out a little bit more. I also, instead of doing shredded carrots, which, guys, there's probably not enough carrots in the shredded coleslaw mix to mess with your carb count or anything like that. But if you're dead set about not using carrots, you can always use like the little baby bell peppers. That's what I've got here. I got a little red and a little orange, and you can just see I kind of julienned it, matchsticked it, really fine and thin, because that's going to add not only some flavor, but it's also going to bring that pop of color that makes it so lovely. And then I had just the tips of my green onion left, so I'll use that maybe as a garnish, maybe not. I don't know. Spices now. I do have some sesame oil. You're going to just use a little bit. A little bit of this adds a lot of flavor, but you don't have to go crazy on it. Something I'm getting very low on is Chinese 5-spice. This is the bomb. This is the stuff that makes your Chinese food taste like Chinese food. I mean, or at least American Chinese buffet. And that's what I'm going for. So I've got my Chinese 5-spice. Enough for tonight. I'm gonna have to get some soon. Liquid aminos, you can use the coconut. I just buy the Bragg's liquid aminos. They're fine for me. I love it because it's gluten-free and this stuff never messes with me. Black pepper. I'm not going with salt because, you know, with those liquid aminos, it's gonna be plenty salty. So I've got some black pepper. And then I thought about a dipping sauce, okay? So I don't have sweet and sour sauce, which I love dipping egg rolls in, but one of my favorite little things to do, which it'll only take me a second to whip up, is I use Chalk Zero fruit syrup. Peach is the bomb. I'm gonna use mango tonight. with a little bit of the alternative sweets ketchup. It's a 50-50 deal, so whatever you add of this, add the exact amount of that. And then I add the Chinese chili paste to give it the heat. It's delicious, it's fast, it's simple, it works on anything. It's a beautiful glaze. I call it sassy sauce. All right, I also have some miracle dough made up to wrap them in. So let's get started. And I just dropped some cabbage in there. Turn it on, get my air fryer going, and I'm gonna put it about 350 degrees. I feel like I'm just really short right now. And I'm not gonna mess with my air fryer just yet. I did already put the link below, y'all, for the miracle dough recipe. You can find it on my website. I'm not gonna be going through all the details of what's in it and how much and how to make it, because I've already got a video about that. You can look it up, or you could look it on my website. But miracle dough is what I use for my wrappers, and you'll see how that goes real quick. So I'm gonna pop open with my handy dandy thumbnail. All right, some pork, and just get that popping. We don't want to eat the paper. Peel it off. Bam. Don't get the pork under the nail. Use a spatula and just break it up into pieces. If you need to add a little fat, you can, but we just want to brown it up. I think pork egg rolls, like when I was a kid growing up, my dad owned a restaurant, first of all. It wasn't anything fancy. It was just a little 3-2 bar. Actually, it was a tavern in Minnesota. And it had a restaurant, and mostly burgers and fries and, you know, fried foods. But he always had a lunch special. And so one of the things that he would make was this chow mein, man. I loved it. I don't know why, and everybody in town loved it too. So, but it was always pork. So that's my thing. I love the flavors, and that's why I like this egg roll, because it brings back the taste of that for me. So, all right, now I'm gonna give this a little shot of pepper, just a little bit, so it has a little something to lean on. Oh, I think I forgot garlic. I did, but I have my knife right here. So I'm gonna just mince a little bit of garlic into this pork. Get it going. If I can break it off. There we go. There's a nice big fat clove. That'll work. You can, with this, with egg roll in a bowl, y'all, it's pretty universal. I mean, basically, you're just cabbage, meat, and you know, coconut aminos, and you get that flavor. But if you take the extra steps, use a couple of extra little spices, you really can elevate this and make it quite satisfying. Now I see my dog in the backyard. I hope she doesn't chase the cat. She chased a dog this weekend, a little bitty one. So I know I shouldn't be so distracted, but I just tend to do that because I got my back window open looking out to the backyard, and I've never seen a big black cat. And then to see her, I'm like, oh, the black cat. Well, it doesn't get crunched. All right, into the pan we go. I'm gonna move this a little bit. It's driving me nuts because I'm squatting and cooking like, just a little bit higher. There. Well, hello. I'm still kind of there, but I can deal with that because I always lean to one side anyway. Handy dandy air fryer, y'all. I'm gonna turn it eventually so that you guys can see it. But in the meantime, I'm getting this meat cooked up, and I'm gonna see how much fat comes, because you know I like it to have enough fat to be able to get the cabbage going. You just chop it down in there. If you've got one of those little Pampered Chef dealios that does your ground beef or ground meat, it would be great. But this is my little flat spatula that I've used for years. Okay, I'm gonna turn it up and get a little hotter. Get it going. Once you get this browned, then we can toss in the cabbage. And then the cabbage takes a little bit to get tender. When it's just about tender, then we can pop in the little peppers. Actually, I probably do the peppers and the cabbage at the same time. And then onions last because we don't want them to wilt and turn dark green. Now let's talk about this while this is going. I do not have enough counter space. I need to be able to back this out a little bit and utilize this space. But in the meantime, I have some miracle dough made, and it's still warm. I might pop it in the microwave for a second, we'll see. And you can get, depending on what size wrappers you want, you can get between 6 and 8. I'm just gonna pop a few off because I'm not gonna cook all of them tonight while you're here. I'm just gonna cook a little bit while you're here, and then I'll finish afterwards. So welcome to my kitchen. Alrighty, so I got about 3, I'm gonna do like 4 of these. This one needs a pinch more. So yeah, I'll probably get about 6 or so out of this. Now, if you don't want to do egg rolls, you don't have to, but come on, I mean, who doesn't miss them? I do find, y'all, let me move this all the way, oh shoot, back a little bit so I have some room. This little guy here makes my life so easy. This is a Victoria tortilla press. It's made from cast iron. It flattens my miracle dough out into beautiful thinness, which I do all kinds of different things with this dough, depending on what my needs are. I always wrap it in a little bit of, this thing is in my way, it's so tall. Still tall. So I always wrap it in a little bit of cellophane before I use it. It makes it so it doesn't stick to the plates. And then I just throw them away, and I don't even have to clean up, so that makes it nice. But I just pat my dough out. I press it down with a handle, which I know you just can't see it, and voila, I have these round, flat pieces of dough. It still feels slightly thick to me, so I'm going to give it a little more pressure. Because wontons, there we go. See? So I'm just gonna make a stack of these real quick. Wonton wrappers are very thin, so I try to do these very thin. I do have to be careful though when you're filling it, because miracle dough has 2 cups of cheese in it. So when you put hot ingredients in it, you can melt right through it. So you have to remember these things, Lucy. That's all I'm saying. You have to. Oh, by the way, if you've never watched a Keto for Real Life People video or tutorial, welcome. But, you know, you'll learn that my life is kind of crazy, and if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. I mean, from dropping things to, you know, forgetting things. I'm just a home cook, people. But I do love it, so. I hear the sizzle. I'm definitely going to add some more fat to this. This is kind of lean. I think they probably it says ground pork, which I would assume would be fattier, but it's probably like ground pork tenderloin. Where's the fat in my pork? Definitely. It's getting there. I mean, press this out. They don't have to be perfect either, y'all. You just want to make sure that they're as thin as you can get them without, like I said, melting through it all. All right. There we go. So I've got 4 of those. I'm going to put my little tortilla press to the side. Set that right there. I'm going to leave these over here on the counter. See, you have tortillas if you want. Fried pies, anything you can think of, you can do. Also, while this is browning up, I'm going to grab some bacon fat and be right back. All right. I don't know why I'm talking like that. It's been a long day. All right, so let me get a spoon here. And I'm gonna just add my own fat in the form of bacon fat. You could use lard, you could use coconut oil, you could use avocado oil, whatever. Just gonna add a few tablespoons. Set that there. I'll be right back. That'll really add some good flavor too. Now I think to this, now that it's getting sort of brown, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little squirt, maybe, about a half a tablespoon of ginger. Go easy if you don't like ginger. I love ginger, so I like to go a little heavier. It's really a forgiving style recipe. Add as little or as much as you like. It's already smelling delicious. Okay, so we have this going. And I think that pork is light enough or brown enough that I will go ahead and just, I got about 5 or 6 cups of the cabbage. It's all pretty and green. I'm gonna save the bowl though. I might need it. I don't know, I just got a feeling, so. There we go. And I'm gonna just start stirring that in here, letting it get down into the heat. And I said I was gonna add these peppers at the same time, huh? Y'all now, she did. All right, okay, give me a second. All right, sprinkle these. These are just really nicely fine. They're gonna add some, look at that, already, color, color, color. So pretty, I wish I had a picture. It's driving me nuts to have this air fryer right there. Ay, Dios mío. I mean, I'm trying to get it out of the way, y'all, without unplugging the other one. Oh, what do you know? There. Golly, guys. I thank you guys that you're loyal to me, or at least curious enough to watch. But you just want to get that in there. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, just because I want the cabbage to cook, but I don't want it to burn. It's going to turn a really lovely, bright color. There we go. Now, you can put a lid on it if you want to steam it a little bit, but I think at this point, again, I'm just going to hit it with a little pepper. I haven't added any salt yet, but I will here in a little bit. There we go. It's kind of like when you sauce it up. That's when it's going to hit it. There we go. Oh, shooty shoot. Did I get bacon fat on me? Of course I did. There we go. Okay, so I have a little measuring cup here, y'all, and a spoon. I want to make my dipping sauce. It is better to start with your ketchup, and y'all know I have certain ingredients that I like. And I'm going to start out with Alterna Sweets classic ketchup, and you decide how much you want to make, but I like this stuff a lot, so I'm going to go about a half a cup of that. Right there. Just tap it down. So a half a cup of the Alterna Sweets. Now I've got the Chalk Zero Mango. It's so good. The peach is so good. The strawberry, it's good too. It tastes almost candy. The banana tastes like Laffy Taffy, but the mango, oh my goodness. Okay, mango and peach bring summer full on. Okay, so now I have, that's it. It's just a mixture of the two, and stir them up. And you're like, wow, really? You could add liquid smoke to it. I've added, like, I'll take a tablespoon or 2 out of the ketchup and replace it with barbecue sauce. Smoky, sassy sauce. I've been making this stuff for years using non-keto ingredients. But once I got the hold of Chalk Zero and Alterna Sweets, I knew I was back in business. I had it on shrimp. We did shrimp skewers and put them on the grill. And once the shrimp are just done, we brushed it with this sauce and oh my goodness, it was so delicious. Now see, that cabbage is starting to cook down a little bit. Love how the pepper's looking at y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna need another spoon because I knocked that one I needed off the thingy. And again, I love Chinese chili paste. I used a big old spoonful of this. You don't want any heat, don't add it. But I'm telling you now, that heat makes all the difference in the world. So I like a nice big helping bit of it. I guess I'm gonna have to get some more. I like 1 or 2 tablespoons. I like it spicy. Again, just give it a stir. And it is just deliciousness. Pure deliciousness. Wonderful for any of your meat, protein, anything you want something sticky, sweet, and spicy on. With a little bit of fruit flavor, just a little. It's hinted. You always know when I love something, right? Alright, so I better go wash my hands real quick. Somebody said, oh my god, that woman just licked her finger and touched the food. Glue here, it's mine, I won't eat it. Alright, rinsed. Now let's get down to the seasonings. So this is starting to soften up nicely. You can see it just shrinking down. So beautiful. And see, I could eat it just like this. You could even toss some cauli rice in there if you wanted, some rice cauliflower. But now I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some onion in there. You can use shallot, you could use red onion, you could use just regular onion. I like the green because it's just enough onion. And now I'm going to give it a little shake, if you will. I'll do this. Go easy on Chinese 5-spice. Better start out with like just a little shake of it. What the heck. And then give it a few shakes. Yeah. And then we're going to go with a titch of the liquid aminos. That's going to bring a little steam about. But again, think about being in a Chinese restaurant. How much would you use just on your plate? So then I do it times about 4 servings, because easily 4 servings. You could add a little chicken broth if you want it, but I don't want it to get all wet and yuck. I'm letting the aminos kind of work their way up in here, and I'll give it a taste. Well, that's a big piece of cabbage right there. I knew I was going to need that bowl. Yes, girl. It's so beautiful. The onions don't take but a second. They will wilt immediately. So pretty. So pretty. I'll take my little sassy sauce and move it. And I'm going to move that bowl. I need my towel. That's what I need. This is gonna be so tasty. All right. All right, I'm gonna have a fresh spoon right here. So I wanna see where I'm at. I'm not gonna get an onion yet. I'll get a little bit of the cabbage, a little bit of the pepper, and that's where I'm gonna know if I'm gonna need more or less of anything. Girls, I'm telling you, it's so good. The only thing I'm missing is just a little drizzle across. That's it. Don't go any further. Stop, sis, stop, don't go any further. If you go too far on it, it becomes overpowering, and believe it or not, it tastes like doo-doo. Don't do it. Just give it a nice little toss. so yummy. All right. So that's phase one. Well, I suppose phase one would be getting your miracle dough ready. So phase two is browning up your vegetables, or your meat, and getting your vegetables in there. Again, you want them to be tender, not mushy. Tender, not crunchy. That's where I think the perfect bite is. It's sort of like the pasta version of al dente. You don't want it to taste raw. And I think I've achieved it, and I know I have, only because look, if you look at this, you can still see bright, vivid green. If it goes to that, you know, yucky cafeteria grayish green, you can still eat it. I've done it before. I've made the same mistakes. So, but this is just right. All right, so that's off, and I'm gonna take this hot pad away and get it out of the way so that I can use my air fryer. Let me work with it. Work with it. There we go. Okay. Just one less thing to worry about, folks. Alrighty. Now then, I can kind of slide this back over a little bit. I don't want to knock anything over. Alright. Yes. Get that over there. Alright, so now I'm going to slide my handy dandy air fryer around here. And I will show you just how lovely it is. So this has a huge basket, you guys. This is the big 5.8 quart. I've had this now for a year and a half, and I use it. My grandkids love it. They use it. My daughter uses it. But I will tell you, look at how beautiful it is. It's still just, it cleans up easy. It holds quite a bit, and I love it. So I'm going to give this a preheat. You just push the button, then you, for power, hit the temperature. I'm going to go up to 400, 15 minutes. I just want to preheat, so I'm going to bring it all the way down to like 4 minutes so that I'm preheating it, and it'll go there quickly. And hit the button, and it's started. That's how quick that is. In the meantime, again, we got to move this so that it's not distracting y'all. In the meantime, I'm gonna kind of move this out of the way, scooch it a little bit so that I have room to work here. And I'm gonna take this, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of the filling. Maybe I should wait, but I'll give you an example here. You just want to take enough of the filling, depending on how big you make these, to roll them. And I knocked it all back out. There you go. Now, can you do the, oh, my dog wants it. You can do the tuck if you want. I'm not going to want. I'm going to tell you right now. It's kind of hard because it is cheese. So I kind of roll it like a big giant taquito, if you will. And then the second one, and you can see I have a lot of filling here. So if I were to double up on the recipe, the miracle dough, well then I could probably do a bunch. But I'm putting this there, rolling, and then sliding it right there. And it is full of filling. Right there, it wanted to pop out. And you can pop these, if you don't have an air fryer, you can do them in your oven. I usually do them right around between, 375, 425, right in there. It just doesn't matter. I turn it on. I've done these things with so many different temperatures. What you're looking for is crisp. So when you get them nice and crisp, pull them out, and that's all it takes. I don't generally make these in my oven, because I have an air fryer. But I have done tortillas, I've done crunchy tortillas, and I know what that's like. So I'm gonna put a pretty pepper in there. I think I put the most filling in this tiniest tortilla that I made, or egg wrap. So there we go. All right, now then, let me wipe my pans. That took all of 2 minutes to make 4. Out of the way. And I'm gonna stop this, just pause it. Yeah, it's already nice and hot. So I'm going to just put this in here. Try not to spill your filling. I did spill some of mine there. My baby. And I'm going to pop these back in now. I've got it set at 400 degrees. And I'm going to change the time. And I'm going to do it about 10 minutes. So there it goes, y'all. You know, and then I do this to myself, like, okay, now we gotta wait because I don't have any pre-made. But dudes, I was busy. I had to go to Walmart, then I had to go by my mama's house, then I had to come back and I had to do graphics, which didn't work, by the way. It's always something. So I could eat some of this while I talk to you. Oh, look at comments. Ooh, I don't want to set this down right there because it's got food. But I will. I'll look at comments really quick, see if there's anybody with any questions or comments. There we go. There we go. Woo. Ready, Freddy. Alrighty, open this up real quick, and then we'll go up here to YouTube, my channel, and live now. Look at there, I'm live. Oh my goodness. Oh, I need to take my. There we go. Okay, comments. Oh, there they are. There we go. Becca, hello. Sharon, Janice, Turkey, hello. Sharon, hi, hello. Good evening. Oh, here's the live feed. Yes, guys. Linda, I was hoping you would do this live. Missed the first part, was making supper for my husband. Chef Santa says, hello, sweet lady. Been a while. Hey, PJ. I'm funny. Yeah. I'm a real riot. What is the ketchup brand? Sugar-free. Yes, Nara, it is. It is Ketchup by Alterna Sweets. It's a company out of Washington State, and they make a wonderful sugar-free, keto-friendly, low-carb ketchup that blows other ketchups out of the water. It's thick like Heinz. It's like you really got to get it. They also make a spicy ketchup, and they also make a wonderful barbecue sauce, all sugar-free, delicious. And you can, I think I'll share the link afterwards. I tried to share a few links prior to this video, but then I thought about all the different little products I use, so I'll have to link it up afterwards. But yes, it is Alterna Sweets classic tomato ketchup, and it is delish. Let's see. Good evening. I really like egg rolls. Thanks for all these great recipes. Well, you're very welcome. Hey, thanks for making this live video. I love egg and spring rolls and samosas. Sharon says, I'm a rock star. Love you, Miss Sharon. The wraps for the egg roll, you would think that would be like the biggest thing, but you know, basically it's it's 4-ingredient miracle dough. I put the link already in the description. You can't get any easier. 2 cups of mozzarella cheese, 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk, and a 1/2 cup of lupin flour, which I use Miracle flour by Wholesome Provisions. It is a mix it together, microwave it for 1:30 minutes, and press it out, and it is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It makes wonderful. I even make crab rangoon with it, and I take cream cheese and crab meat and a little bit of the green onion or scallions, and use this air fryer. It's wonderful, delicious, delicious, delicious. So the Miracle dough, I have done the video for it, and I'm just taking something simple like egg roll in a bowl and pairing it up with my Miracle dough, and then voila, we have egg rolls, and they are wonderful, wonderful. Okay, looks good. Sharon says we love this air fryer. Just cooked a T-bone steak, 400 degrees, 9 minutes. Delish. Oh, I got a deal on a steak, speaking of which. Hey, Barbara. Thank you. Yes, Diane, these are great. I will tell you, I shared the link with it from Amazon. These, when I first got this, which was, I think it was January 2019, is when I first got this air fryer. It was $149 on sale. It was like $179 normally. Now they're $119. Isn't that the great thing about something when it first comes out and it's brand new? It's always a little more expensive, but give it a little time and the price always comes down. I have had 0 issues with this baby and almost, well over a year and a half, and it's been fantastic. Let's see here. Yes, I hear they have a new Instant Pot fryer, and I've seen some of the new ones. You know, of course, I get a Instant Pot, and then a few months later, I get an air fryer, and then they come out with the whatever by Ninja, and then you've got your combination air fryer, pressure cooker, Instant Pot. I'm like, well, I wish I had gotten the memo. Really, for real. I could have saved counter space, y'all. It's a premium in my house. Sesame oil. Yes, it was sesame oil that I put in there, y'all. So we are down to 4 minutes. I'm going to check these really quick and see where we're at with them. I don't want them to burn on me. Ooh, they're so brown. I'm glad I checked, y'all. I put them in for 10. They were only in there for 6. I want to see where we're at. Get some tongs. At this point, I might turn them, but I want to be ready. So, ooh, they puffed a little bit. I need to pull them apart. Guys, oh, please don't stick to me on today. Of all the days. Okay, so, yeah, they puffed a little bit. So I'm giving them a little squidge. I don't want to burn my cabinet, but I want you guys to see what I'm doing here too. This giant machine. There you go. I am just slightly on the underbelly, giving them a little more, but I want to separate them a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm putting them back in. It says 4 minutes, but I want the bottom to flip. I want it to flip a little bit. I'm going to get a spatula instead of a thing. I've made these more than once. I actually made them when I went down to Miss Nelly's house. We did egg rolls, and they were just delicious. Of course, I'm doing a live, so you know how that goes. You can't just do it to do it. Off the top of your head, like. Oh hell, I tore that one. Alas. Woo! I melted my cheese and I tore it a little bit. I'm gonna squidge it back together just a little bit. That one was tore. It's done. But it don't matter. I'm gonna eat it anyway. Push this back in there. And let it go. Swear to you. See, then this is the one thing about doing lives. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. And knowing me, it's gonna go wrong. But I've made these. Let's see. I think one of the very first. It wasn't a true miracle dough. Like, I don't know which one it was, because me and my daughter did the video together. So if you see something with miracle dough, it might even have been egg rolls. I don't know. Hell. I thought I had an egg roll video, but I couldn't find it earlier, so. Anyway, we made egg rolls. We made crab rangoon. We made fried pies. We made raviolis. I mean, we did all kinds of. I even made a pretzel. So, you know, it turned out great. And then, like I said, since then, I've made these, and I'm like, yeah, they're just so easy until you go live. Then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, they're sticking. Oh well. Oh Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take some of my sauce here, y'all. Now, if you wanted to get all craziness and try to get a little closer to a true sweet and sour, you could probably add a little pineapple extract to this. Just saying. But I really like it, and I'm just gonna add a little bit here for looks. You don't need a whole bunch, it's a big bowl, so I just took a little dab of it. Still got plenty. Setting it to the side. A little just greenery because, hey, why not? I'm gonna try to make a pig, what is it? A purse out of a sow's ear. Yeah. But I'm ready to be plated. It's starting to brown up. There we go. All right, let's see what y'all got to say here. Tina, always a great attitude. Yo, I'm glad you think so, Tina. What can you do, right? Like, you're just gonna say, oh, I'm done. This didn't work. The way I look at it is, you gotta make it work. Ay, Dios mío. I know you, oh, shit, I don't like doing that. All right, so I'm gonna take my little broken egg roll. Ow, 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 ow. And I'm gonna pop it out here. It's still not a bad looking egg roll. It's just not the prettiest egg roll. Okay, it got tore up. It's got tore up too. I'm trying to look at my prettiest ones. Ay. Well, I'm just gonna do the one and then I'll show you the rest because I don't wanna hide nothing from you. I'm just gonna do that because I don't want it to get too hot. All right, y'all. Let me cut this. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. And I did cut it on the bias. But I am going to bring it around here. I'm going to push this gigantic thing away here. I'm going to slide this. Oh, hello. So I want you to see this. These are just delish. I just lost a little bit of it right here. Okay. And it is so hot. I know it's better than to do this. They're so good, y'all. With that little bit of dipping sauce, it is fan-freaking-tastic. I'm gonna pull some more of these out so that you can see them. There we go. There's one. You can see it tore right here on the bottom for me. But I'm still going to be able to salvage it. This is the worst one. Let me move this over here. It's so good. This is where that one broke. That's all the filling I lost. Okay, we killed you. I didn't mean to leave you guys facing the wall. Sorry, nobody puts baby in the corner. All right. Let me try to salvage that one that's tore out really bad. And turn this around. Do this. This. There we go. Look, y'all. It's lightly crispy. It's not hard. It's not crunchy, but it is lightly crispy. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? I keep waiting for this thing is just in place now. Like, I just want to move it. That's the one thing trying to do a live with it. I'm like, move out of my way. Oh my goodness. I feel claustrophobic. There. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna take it and I'm happy. I don't know what the big deal is, but it makes a big deal to me, you guys. I mean, egg roll in a bowl is delicious, but there's just knowing that, like, you know, if you just had a wrapper on it, it'd be just perfect, right? And that's the way I feel about these. Like, I enjoy it. I enjoy that little wrapper. I think about it nutritionally, and I think to myself, well, you know, it's lupin flour and cheese, and I don't do a lot of cheese and I don't do a lot of lupin flour, but I'm thankful to have it because, you know, I guess it'd be about once every couple of months, I just want egg rolls. Just like I'm not a big pizza person either. Pancakes, just once in a while. So I would love to hear your comments and your feedback if you do make this and you make your egg roll in a bowl and wrap it up, put them in the oven, put them in your air fryer. Somebody's gonna say, well, can you deep fry it? I wouldn't recommend it. It's cheese, y'all. It doesn't play well. But for some, and that's because there's hot on the inside, hot on the outside, that melts that cheese right out of it. So then it just falls apart. Now, if you were to just take that miracle dough and roll it out and get some medium-high heat going, you can fry them individually into little chips or crackers, and they're fine. But if you try to put hot filling in it and then fry it, not so much. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. Do me a favor, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, do so right now. You can hit the notification button. That'll let you know when I do have a new video up or a new tutorial or a live started. Thank you for your support. Thank you to my Patreons. Thank you to my Facebook supporters. You all know who you are. And remember, guys, fats first, moderate protein, low carb.